All right, John. We're approaching the end here. We got Joe Fairley versus Bob Sebold.
Ooh.
Elimination match.
Yep.
So
one in, one out at the end of this.
The winner of this match goes to the finale. The loser is out.
So both of these people have lost once. They've gone to the lower bracket. They've worked their way to the end. They can't go any further on the bottom bracket. There's only one place to go, and that's up.
Yep, or out.
Or out.
Yeah, they're up against the wall now. So the winner goes to the finale. Against David Christian. The loser is out. So technically, they're fighting for the loser's got third place.
Right.
The winner of this match could potentially win the whole thing, or the worst they can do is second place. So it's a big one. It's a big match. Before we do that, Vortex, Vitivori, they're our sponsors. Without them, this would not happen. Also, comment below. Let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Help us out.
Just do it.
All right, let's go. All right, here we are. Joe Fairley takes the first shot.
1-5. Thank you.
All right. We know Bob's shooting board in action, coloscope, Neo X front rest.
Yep. He is shooting, I'm pretty sure he's shooting a 284 Shihane.
Okay.
Joe Fairley, on the other hand, he's shooting a what does he call it? A Sherman Max.
Yeah.
It's a modified 7 SOM. So Sebold, again, he's shooting a Borden BRM XD action. Now this is interesting. Fairley shot 2 5s. He is not converting. But look at those flags. They're moving. They're moving quite a bit. So I'm surprised he didn't take those. All right, now Sebold, we're going to see if he's going to take that.
Thank you. You want to convert? No.
He did not take it.
If you're not taking them, I'm not taking them.
Well, Sebold's only halfway in.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to just only give up 1 versus 2.
Look at that.
One on. Thank you.
Now, Sebold's shooting a Collis scope. That's a Collis 10 to 50.
Yep.
One on.
And yeah, they're off to a good start, both of them.
It goes to show you the confidence level, though, right? They both throw away 5s, and they both go V1 on. Like, they knew what they were going to do.
Yeah. Well, they were hoping that this would happen.
They were hoping. Again, they had confidence it would happen.
Yes.
Oh.
4-2 on.
Wow.
Thank you.
Man. Yeah, he just came up a little bit.
Yeah. Can't afford to have that happen, especially when you gave up a 5. That's a cider. Obviously,
look at that pinwheel.
That's a perfect V. That's as good as V as you can see.
Man. You know, interesting thing, and we don't talk about it a lot, but when Bob came up, you saw he dialed up a couple. We see a lot of variations of how people adjust their elevation based on different, either superstitions or whatever. Some people dial up past what they want, they come back down. We've seen some people where they dial up and then they take a blank shot to supposedly reset the erector. We see some people just dial right to what they want. It's pretty interesting to see the variances in how people adjust their scopes.
Well, I think it comes down to whether you trust your scope or not. And I am of the belief that if you don't trust it, you shouldn't have it on there. But, as you said, they all have their own deal. In the meantime, Joe Fairley just blew a 4. So, Joe Fairley shooting a BAT 3L with a Macmillan F-class stock. He's shooting a 7 Sherman mag. That is Night Force competition scope, Brooks barrel, and he's shooting 184 hybrids, and he's shooting a Seb Neo rest.
5 on.
Sebold's also shooting Sebold's shooting an X-ring stock, Brooks barrel, and 180 hybrids.
Five on. Thank you.
So Sebold's falling way behind on the V count. So even though they're both a point down, Joe Fairley's way ahead. Right?
Yeah, it's always weird for us to say that, but it's true.
Now I jinxed him.
Oh man, you've been hanging around me too long.
Wow. That's a big one too.
That was deep.
V 6 on.
So now Sebold just needs to keep it clean. He obviously he wants to hit V's, but if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because he's a point ahead.
Clean is king right now for him.
But if he was to hit a 4, then all of a sudden he'd fall right back behind because he does not have the V count.
Yeah.
V 7.
Now they're tied.
Yeah. So it seems like Sebold's getting more comfortable as the match goes on. Right on top of him. Now these are F open shooters. Notice how fast they shoot. Of course, right as I said that, Sebold has to take a big pause. And that's why. That's why he was pausing. He saw something out there. And he had to evaluate, and obviously he got it wrong.
So we've seen the lead change 3 times in 7 shots already.
Look at that. And then Joe does the same
4
thing.
times. Thank you. Four lead changes in 8 shots. This is crazy.
5 9. Thank you.
Oh man.
Last shot's a 4. Yeah.
Oh.
Concede.
Uh-oh, what? He said he concedes, right?
You said I.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 3 4s, right?
All right, we got to talk about this one a little more because this is important.
This is important. Yeah.
Joe Fairley's down 2 points to Sebold. Sebold still has 1 more shot to go. And Joe Fairley says, I concede. That means Sebold no longer has to shoot. And I know what's happening. Joe Fairley's thinking, well, he's going to hit another 5. And even if he hits a 4, he still wins. Right?
Yeah.
However, there's still the possibility that you can shoot a 3, that you can crossfire, you can have a shot that just goes crazy on you and just miss the target. There's so many things that can happen at this point. At this point, what you do is just let them shoot.
Yeah.
Right? I think the only time you would ever consider conceding is if they are completely done with all their shots and you're behind. Then mathematically you can't catch them. But there's still the chance that something's going to happen to Sebold's shot. So anyway.
And here's an important thing, and I think this is important for people to understand, match related for us, is that once those words came out of Joe's mouth, they can't be taken back. He can't go, oh, you have a shot left, never mind. As soon as Joe said that.
Well, not only that, Sebold verified.
Yes.
Which was smart on his part as well. He said, you said you concede. Because Sebold stayed on the gun, and he was about to shoot, and he goes, you said you concede? He goes, yes. I said, okay, boom. And at that point, that's a double confirmation. It's over. And, of course, after that happened, I pulled Joe off to the side, and I explained this to him. I said, hey, this already happened, but just so you know, so many things could have happened. And he's like, crap, you're right. But anyway, never give up, I guess. Just let them shoot,
Yeah. Well, what's the worst that happens? You lose.
Yeah. I can see his train of thought going, oh, well, there's no way he's going to shoot a 3. And
heat of the moment.
Yeah. So anyway, we just figured it was something important that we needed to point out. But yeah, here we go. Let's go into the second match.
Okay, so first match, Bob Sebold wins. Match 2.
So Sebold shot a cider. His first cider was a V, and now Joe shoots a 4. Now, this has been about 15 minutes from the last match. Sebold went to the firing range and cleaned out the chamber, blew it out, shot a few shots through the barrel to make sure that everything was good, because he actually had a bullet stuck in the rifling when Joe conceded. So he dumped powder all over the action and things. So that happened. Let's see if he's going to take that fire. Yep, took it this time.
Okay. All right. Got a decent headwind coming right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sebold.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Sebold, his second sider was also out there. So
yeah,
something there he's not seeing.
Oh, look at Joe. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Wow.
Joe had a big chance to pull away there. He's still ahead by 1 point.
5-2-1. Thank you.
Boy, still didn't correct enough.
Well, you got it in there.
Got a 5.
I'd say it's enough.
It's enough.
People, 3 on. Thank you. V, 3 on. Thank you.
Just stacked it right on top of Joe's.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Thank you.
Let's see if Sebold's going to follow there. He should be able to just correct off of him. Oh.
Oh.
He overcorrected.
Thank you.
Man.
Now look at Sebold though. He's pretty calm even though he's hit that 4. He's not. It's not letting him upset him.
4 rounds in, they're dead tied.
Oh yeah.
4.
Joe's back in.
V. I'm sorry. V.
Oh yeah. Joe's gonna keep him in check.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
Where are we going? There it is. Look at that. Man.
Thank you.
Shot for shot with each other.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh.
4.
You see Joe shaking his head there.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, those low shots like that, they really bother you because. Oh.
5, 6 on.
Did you see Bob? He went, ooh.
Well, I mean, he caught the line, right? And
Yeah.
that's a lucky shot. I don't know if I'm gonna call it a lucky shot, but I'm gonna say it is because they both went low.
Yeah.
But Joe was a 4 and Sebold was a 5.
B. 7 on. Thank you.
So Bob's got a point on Joe at this point here.
B. 7 on. Thank you.
Yeah. Look at
But
those
the
flags.
Ds are
They're
tied,
switching
I mean.
over. Yeah, those flags are switching over. Yep.
Oh
Totally. Yep. I saw it.
man.
Joe missed it.
Thank you.
Oh.
Now Sebold's getting a pretty comfortable lead at this point.
Yeah, I mean Joe just needs to get Bob just needs a 5 or a V here. Just keep it clean.
Yeah, but look at those flags. They're standing out there.
Yeah.
Sebold's got to be careful with this. And he just saw
Yeah.
Joe. The problem is he just saw Joe blow it out there, and he's going, man, he's trying to evaluate everything that just went on, including Joe's shot.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
he got it wrong.
8 on.
So that's what
Man.
was going on. He was just trying to evaluate all the available data. But look at those flags, they died down. So obviously he gave it too much.
Well, and that left berm flag just turned. I mean, it's turbulent a little bit.
5. 9 on. Thank you.
Now Sebold's still ahead by 1 point, but
Yeah.
from what we've seen, it can change pretty quick.
B. 9 on.
All right, so Joe, Bob just took the V count lead as well. So oh,
B.
All right. So Sebold just needs a 5 to win. He hits
yeah,
a 4.
5 or-
There it is.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, Sebold.
All out. Thank you.
He knows that took a little bit of work to beat Joe. Man, that was that was an interesting match. They just kept giving the lead to each other there. Those conditions were tough.
It was, and it's hard. Like we're watching this match, and you can't. It's one of those matches where you have that constant what if because of that first match concede. You never know what's going to happen, but it's just hard to watch this match and to not know how that last shot would have gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, more than likely it would have went just fine because he didn't have any other wild shots. But
Yeah.
Just never know, right?
You never know. And, that's the thing about this sport, right? It doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter how good you are. There's always things you're learning, right? Like that's a mistake Joe's never going to make again. And it just happens. And I guarantee you next year, Joe won't do that.
Yeah. But anyway, all good matches. So Joe ends up in 3rd place overall.
Yeah.
And Bob Sebold, and David Christian go to the finale.
Go to the finale. They're going to fight it out for sure. Big shout out, by the way, to Vortex and Vitivori, our sponsors. Without them, this match could not happen. So can't thank them enough.
Exactly. All right. That's it. Keep them centered.
What do you want to see in the finale? Comment below. Let us know.